arrived. Good.
Devate Fear, I warned you never to come back. And you, one of Fear's lackeys, I take it.
Luciana Pullo. Hospitable as ever? Go talk to her. I'll not waste my time speaking with a petulant toy soldier.
Hold there, friend of Fear. I am Proctor Luciana Pullo of the Clockwork Apostles. I don't know how you and this egomaniac breached Lord Set's Celestiadrome, but I won't have non-citizens stirring up mischief in the Brass Fortress. Only just arrived and already trying to grease the gears? New arrivals must secure an endorsement from a citizen in good standing. I'm prepared to overlook your atrocious choice in companions if you can find a sponsor. Until then, you are tarnished. That's for you to find out. Not many citizens will risk their reputation on a green-heeled stranger, and you'll find no comfort from me. Maybe you should confer with the other tarnished over there. In the meantime, obey the law. I'll be watching. Tread carefully, Fear. I'll be watching.
Luciana clearly hasn't lost her charming demeanor. Predictable. Ah, yes. Their bizarre sponsorship custom. I forgot about that little wrinkle. As a friend and peer of Sotha Sil, I come and go as I please. I suppose it would be best for you to wait out here. If I need you again, I will find you. I'm not a citizen. And even if I were, I'd not waste time wading through their opaque bureaucracy. You've proven yourself to be more than capable. I have no doubt you'll figure something out. Gain your sponsorship. We will speak again soon. I appreciate your assistance in the pneumatic forge, but for now, our paths must diverge. The artifact we seek will not remain in one place for long. I can ill afford a delay. Navigate this absurd ritual quickly, and I will find you again afterward. One of Sotha Sil's greater lackeys, Chief Proctor of the Clockwork Apostles. You might have noticed some mild cosmetic flaws. Honestly, I think she's more automaton than flesh and blood. She certainly acts the part. Seal takes all kinds. Imperials, Bretons, even Argonians. Luciana may be one of his oldest servants. She served Emperor Riemann Cyrodiil as a battle mage in her younger years. Made quite a name for herself during the Akaviri invasion. According to the legend, she was caught in a torrent of arcane energy during a battle with a rival mage. It mangled her body and sent her hurtling through the veil. She eventually crashed here. Seal found her shortly thereafter and mended her wounds. Indeed. At first, I thought she served him out of some cheap obligation. Reciprocity for his kindness. But apparently, she really believes in this place. I heard they had a bit of a falling out. She still serves him, though, in her dog-like fashion. People like her rarely are. You see, I present a destabilizing influence. I reject all illusions of authority and thus reject their entire way of life. Hierarchy, ritual, reverence, it's all a sham. I respect power, not absurd social constructs. Yes, a monastic order of sorts. They serve Sotha Sil through magical inquiry. Apostles fancy themselves iconoclasts who push the boundaries of magical praxis. There's a seed of truth there, I suppose, but they're still obnoxious. You mean, are they all half-metal monstrosities? More or less. Some modify themselves more than others. It's a form of reverence. They want to be more like Sotha Sil. You see, Sil has some peculiar... Well, I'll let you see for yourself. Sil has many names. Sotha Sil, Set, Sea. The clockwork god, on and on. Tiresome, if you ask me. The clockwork apostles mostly refer to him as Set, his verse and sermon name. I call him Seal, because I'm not a doe-eyed idiot.
Another newcomer, eh? Come, let's talk. Well, if it isn't my second favorite assistant. What a fortuitous turn of events. I shouldn't be surprised. You have a knack for appearing when I need you most. I take it you haven't found a sponsor yet? Maybe we can help each other. Initially, I thought we could rely on my ample charms to win us a sponsor. Unfortunately, the people here tend to value craft over the pleasure of my company. Providing some gift or service seems to be the only way to earn a sponsorship. Yes, a clockwork apostle named Varuni Arvel. Apparently, she's a member of the Congress of Calibration, the governing body here in the city. My associates, Kirith and Raynor, are already working on a plan to earn her trust. Will you help us? This promises to be a fruitful collaboration. I tasked Kirith and Raynor with acquiring gifts for Varuni, but they tend to wander. Kirith's just there by the cliff. You should speak with her. In the meantime, I'll conduct more research. Questions? Seeing as you found your own way here, I suppose there's no harm in sharing my own methods. I just learned of a secret cave beneath the city of Mournhold that, until recently, was entirely inaccessible. Can you imagine? Fearing that the Tribunal might seal it again, I set off through the cavern as soon as I could. It pained me to leave my usual cohorts behind, but this duo, Kirith and Raynor, have performed admirably. A pair of dark elf explorers. Like me, they delight in all things mechanical. Their youth and endless sibling rivalries can prove irksome, but what they lack in experience, they more than make up for in enthusiasm. Unfortunately, my illustrious bodyguard was away on personal business. I know better than to ask for specifics. I certainly miss her services, but one makes do.
So that pompous high elf got his hooks in you too, huh? I told my brother Raynor we should go it alone, but any house in an ash storm, right? Speaking of Raynor, he might need your help. Depends on your definition of trouble, I guess. He's down in the ravine, playing with the firepot spiders for some reason. He wouldn't tell me more. Unfortunately, those spiders have a tendency to, you know, explode. Like I said, he didn't want to discuss it. Probably whipped up an automata disrupting spoon twirler or something. He gets like this sometimes. Just check in on him, all right? He's clumsy and those apostles' mechanical limbs look expensive. Thanks for the help. Raynor's smart, but you can't smart a spider to death, you know? Well, Naramo said we needed something to offer this Varuni character, but from what I can tell, she doesn't really need anything. So I asked myself, what do you get the person who has everything? A home-cooked meal, Argonian pottery, or information. Since I'm a terrible cook, and we're worlds away from Black Marsh, I think I'll go with the third thing. This brass fortress is brimming with gossip. I just need to listen for it. Wish me luck.
I'm here for whatever you need.
Sergeant Baldan, this one has the gold you requested. Will you still sponsor me?
I gave you my word, didn't I? Come, Cat. We can discuss the specifics in my office.
1,000 blessings, Walker. Lankin has much to offer the Brass Fortress.
Yes, I'm sure you do.
I appreciate your assistance in the pneumatic forge, but for now, our paths must diverge. The...
I wish I could paint this view.
Hello again. So strange. I'm glad to see you, but I must admit, the statistics are staggering. What are the odds of us meeting here again in an extraplanar space? Rhetorical, of course. Honestly, I am glad you're here. Kirith? So you've joined our band of outsiders. Welcome. Now look, I may lack Kirith's natural talent with a blade, but I can accomplish this on my own. Varuni's sure to sponsor us once I deliver this. Who am I kidding? I do need your help. These firepot spiders contain a highly unstable oil-like fluid. The dangers inherent to acquiring it make it very valuable indeed. I discovered a way to prevent the spiders from detonating. But even diffused, they're more than capable of killing me. So you'll do it? Yes, of course! If you attract the spider's attention, I can use this tonal dampener to disarm their ignition coils. Just a simple matter of inverting their threat assessment array and... Sorry. I can get carried away sometimes. Expertly done. One more, and I think we've got it.
I swear I could hear it speaking.
Be warned, I fight dirty.
And that's the last of it. Excellent. Brilliant! We really made short work of those spiders, didn't we? Here, you can carry the oil. Take the oil to Varuni. Neramo said she has an office in the Clockwork Basilica. Hopefully this will be enough to earn a sponsorship. If you don't mind, I'll accompany you to the gate. Can't be too careful out here.
Look at you being resourceful.
Again, thank you. Good luck in the Basilica. Such a pleasure when things go as planned, don't you think? Knowledge and strength of arms, working in harmonious concert. Now, if only I could get Kirith to see it the same way.
Well, I must be cursed.
Farewell, Greeting error 827.
Greetings. Hello.
Curiosity is a gift that Ven seems to have in abundance. Still, knowledge is hidden only to be found.
Proctor Tarion is a pretty good sponsor. He teaches me all sorts of things. I mean, I only understand about every other word, but I appreciate the sentiment.
What is to become of me?
I always find the best way to grease your gears is with a new purchase.
Oh, this one makes me itchy.
My functions permit me to assist all customers.
Can't you see I'm busy?
I'm not much of a mage, but I've a good head for finances.
Ale.
I have to hire more guards than the bankers. All men in Myr may lust for gold, but there's nothing more desperate than a hungry tarnished.
What is it?
Only the finest wares here.
Ah, Walker, this one would give anything to fell a real tree, to hear the thunk of an axe head on oak bark. Jobai envies you. But my words wander. How can this one help you today?
I'm just waiting for the day that a factotum cranks me over. What's a being of brass and steel know about working with wood anyway?
Greetings.
I haven't seen Siltha Seal once since I've arrived in Clockwork. You would think he'd show his face in the city he created.
Only your greatest labors will please Lord Set, and as his Tourbillon says, great labors require peerless components. Come and look at my wares.
I'm rather busy right now.
I need a break.
High prices can't be beat.
Will this work never end?
Open for business.
What do you want now? Again?
I am bound by my functions to help you.
Please know that we use gold here in Clockwork City. Trading your coin purse for a handful of gears in a dark alley somewhere is not advised. Well?
What is it? What do you want?
No charge to have a look.
Three things.
Hold still, stop weaving.
Come, do your trading here.
I don't like to talk. I like to drink.
I'd rather be cracking heads.
charge to have a look.
I didn't travel all the way to this mechanical bemusement simply to see the sights. I have a mission to perform. If you'll excuse me, I'm much too busy to talk to you.
Come, do your trading here. Honest trade honors the three. No charge to have a look. Come, do your trading here. Honest trade honors the three. Come, do your trading here.
Hold still. Stop weaving. A familiar face. Here to join me?
Hello there.
Information here is not only accessible, it's encouraged to be learned. Not hoarded away in musty libraries where only a privileged few can read it.
It's always nice to wind down from a busy day. Nothing polishes your brass like good food and kind company.
My functions allow me to prepare many different types of meals.
I have several teas that are good for what ails you. My last cup should be kicking in any minute now. Any minute.
Well, if it isn't...
Is this how machines feel as their gears wind down? It's wondrous, isn't it? Elegant, meticulous, timeless. I once took joy in studying the perfection of this realm, but now every revolution of the great gear only tightens the vice in my chest. Tell me, are you here to unravel Lord Set's mysteries? Then may I impose on you as a fellow seeker. For all my learning, I can think of no escape from my predicament, save one. An experiment performed by one of my order, for which she was cast out from the Clockwork Apostles. I need you to find her. Terere Heladrin was ahead of her time. It was fear that led to her expulsion, not reason. I see that now. Please find her. Tell her I'll make it right if she'll save my life. There is no one among the Order I can turn to. She is my only hope. Terere has been gone a very long time, but her ill-fated experiment created a persistent disorder in the grand schema. Its motions are chaotic, but not entirely unpredictable. Following it may provide some clue to her whereabouts. We were some of Tamniel's best and brightest magi, invited to the Clockwork City by Sothasil to attend his experiments and learn from the greatest mind in creation. We have been left to our own devices for a long time. Order was needed, regulation. We believed she was meddling with forces that were solely the domain of the Clockwork God. A backward, emotional response one might expect from followers of a less enlightened deity. Destroying her notes and shunning her ideas was shameful. Terere's ambitious experiment resulted in a factotum going haywire. It reduced portions of the brass fortress to shambles before taking its rampage off into the reactor district. We record its movements by analyzing the destruction in its wake. Age, Seeker. Too many grains from the hourglass have gathered in this humble body. They've worn its workings so thin. I don't think it will be long before I join the inert. But I'm not ready. There's still so much to see.
Are you going to introduce me to your twin?
Halt, Fetcher! It's a travesty, the criminal. Now get lost, scum.
Delicate and dashing.
Apologies. My current designation prohibits conversation.
I know factotums can run a shop well enough. I've seen it. Perhaps you just can't teach an old machine new tricks.
How may I detain you today?
Oh, Mendrez won't shut up about you.
The Clockwork Apostles walk the path of the Sublime Piston, which sunders the named pursuits of those trapped upon the line motion.
Greetings.
I can't even complain that Sothasil abandoned us. After all, that would imply he was there at one point.
will, we are sustained. Welcome to Lord Set's Fleeting City.
There's always more salvage out there. I can tell you this, though. I'm never dealing with Najargo again.
No charge to have a look.
I deal in salvage from all across the Clockwork City. All out of stock at the moment, though, I'm afraid.
I can't sleep a wink at night. What with all the coin? Isn't any...
Why have an empty, dusty house when you can fill it with my goods? Come on, have a look.
May each piece of furniture you purchase remind you of your past accomplishments. Let all of your guests know of your greatness.
House stress has spread your name far and wide.
The Clockwork Apostles have need of someone with your skills. If you could spare the time, we'll pay you for your efforts. A good rate, if I do say so myself. And Adjunct Darrow has spoken highly of you. When a hammer gets caught in the gears, it's the duty of every apostle to roll up their sleeves and help. Besides, if I can put things back to some semblance of order, I'm sure to move up in the ranks. Everyone benefits. You see?
Opportunity flows within this city like its oil-slick waters. One must only be quick enough to seize it.
We do not belong, yet here we are, and the wheel ever turns.
You let me know if you need a place to sleep tonight, you hear? Newcomer or not, you deserve somewhere to lay your head.
We must look out for each other, yes? A cruel land calls for kind friends.
What is it?
Greetings.
Greetings.
Combatants, by the word of Set, I am bound. My functions allow me to offer rewards to those who wish to complete combat contracts within Clockwork City. These tasks require individuals of great fighting skill. Additional allies are recommended.
Any alchemists looking for some gold? Looking to help us tarnished in Slagtown? We have a mighty need for some supplies. You'll get payment, of course, but we're looking for a tough sort who doesn't mind traveling to some rather nasty locales.
Have you talked to Razgurig? Always got plenty of work here in Slagtown.
You look restless, Gearwalker. If you seek work, you should talk to Razgurig. The people of Slagtown always welcome a helping hand.
Reminds me of home.
Hey there! I told Razgurg about a job you might be interested in. Track him down and he'll give you the details.
Have you spoken with Razgurg? I asked him to find someone to help with a job. I dare say you're a perfect candidate. You should talk to him.
I don't know if you noticed, but Slagtown could use a lot of help. If you've got a minute, you should talk to Razgurg. He'll have a task for you. Guarantee it.
Hey there! Razgurug's looking for someone to do some mining. You look tough. You should talk to him.
The Slagtown mayor is better to his people than the high and mighty Clockwork Apostles.
I'm the best fence in all of Clockwork. Ask anyone. Well, don't ask Ruler Drill. He probably has a different opinion.
Don't give up on me yet, Kara. I think I'm getting close.
Bren, this stew tastes like it was steeped in rusty nuts. Maybe we should just stick to eating the paste. It's not so bad eating the same soft, bland mush every meal, forever. Sorry. I should try and finish this while it's still warm. You think it might taste better cold?
Come in search of a hot meal? Hard to come by here, I know, but mark my words, one day there'll be more than just the aroma of bubbling brass wafting out of Slagtown. People are going to come from far and wide to try what's making it. Or a mud mixer. Might as well be the same thing most days. Getting ingredients that pass for edible is a challenge in Slagtown. Solus Romathron's got real mushrooms he's been dangling in front of me, but he won't sell to the likes of us. Really? Well, if you got me some fresh ones from the halls of regulation, that'd be a start. But they aren't much good like that. Solus has some trick to making them edible he keeps closely guarded. Maybe you could pilfer his secret recipe for me? Mind yourself around Solus. He's a mean one with friends in high places. Helps him keep his monopoly on the mushroom trade. He won't take kindly to anyone poking around. Oh, he's the type to keep records on anything he considers worth remembering, especially if it can make him a profit. I'm sure he's got his notes tucked away in his office, maybe even under lock and key. Be best not to mention us then. It wouldn't help your case being associated with Slagtowners. I'd hate to see you get in trouble on our account, but we're just scraping by, you understand? Oh, I reckon anything that can grow here is special, but from what I gather, they got real flavor. Might even be strong enough to take the edge off fabricant meat. I've tried, but no amount of boiling, chopping, or mashing did the trick. Those mushrooms are tougher than shoe leather and full of spores any way you dice them. Besides, they're hard enough to come by without me wasting them on trial and error. Can't really say that any of the Tinkerer's creations were designed with edibility in mind, but there's only so much of that mushy food paste a person can eat in one lifetime. I was raised on the stuff and I can barely stand it. Doesn't make me much of a wood elf, does it? All my parents used to talk about over dinner was the wild game from home. Everyone from outside gets the same look in their eye when talking about their favorite meal. It's why I took up cooking. Don't I know it? But if I can make the days a little easier for even one person, it'll be worth it. And if I only wind up making something so bad the paste is good by comparison, well, that's a victory in a way, right?
Sorry.
I didn't always live here, you know. But even a gleaming family name doesn't get you very far if you don't have a hand with magic or gears.
This one doesn't have much, but her space she values. Do not crowd her.
If you hadn't stopped...
Please don't try to sell me stolen goods. I'm sure there's someone down here who would like them, but I only deal in respectable trades. I regret to inform.
The citizens of Brass Fortress don't really have a standard moral compass. But they're still weary of stolen goods. We of Slagtown are willing to overlook such things.
You're one of the newcomers, yes? I hope you have plenty of things to sell me. Never have I seen such gleaming wonders since you all began to arrive.
Who are you? Look, I don't want any trouble.
didn't even hear it click. What's it feel like, all that magicka? Thanks. I needed a stretch. We've got this. Look at you, collecting your special rocks. Find anything good? Don't let your guard down. Keep an ear out for anything exciting.
Well?
This is becoming tiresome.
There hasn't been a new fashion trend in this city for 100 years. I need to make something bold. Something with style.
What? You'll want to make a good first impression in this city. Unless you're keen on chopping off an arm and adding some brass, I'd recommend a new outfit.
I think my leather will suit you just fine. Then again, I'm sure you'd look great in most things.
I'll be at this a while.
For the love of Mara, did you really have to do that? Oh.
I've got what you need.
merchandise around.
The father of mysteries can't abide cowards. So, no gloves, all right? Acid scars and missing fingers are the sign of a true alchemist.
My items are of good quality. Anyone who's told you otherwise is a fetching liar.
What do you want?
I've got what you need.
finest merchandise around. Merchants to the great houses.
Selling, buying, trading, right here. Come, do your trading here.
Quality wares. Only the finest wares here.
Wonder.
This is where clothes come from?
Yeah!
Someone just left this lying around? We're agreed then. We're here to cause some trouble? By the 8, I swear I'll destroy every one of these blasted machines if I have to. Somehow. Oh! Who would you be? Did the Clockwork Apostles send you? Oh, well, because the halls of regulation is breaking down. Naturally.
I sent a request for aids ages ago. I would have fixed things by now, but the repair factotums keep attacking me. They see anyone who enters as an intruder. Truly? Why, that's most excellent. Now, the very fate of Clockwork City's clean water supply rests in our hands, so we must act quickly. I know the locations of the machines in need of repairs, but we'll have to search around for specific parts. Based on the schematics, I believe the vapor manifold and distillation initiator both need repairs. Easy enough for one of my talents. We just need a ventilation gear and a cleansing crystal. They should be fairly straightforward to find. Right. I suppose any structure as impressive as this would inspire questions. Well, ask them quickly. Time is of the essence, and the Clockwork Apostles aren't very lenient when it comes to failure. Perhaps you haven't noticed, but the water around here is filthier than the Murkmire's swamps. Take a sip from any stream or pool and you'll get a mouthful of oil. That's where the Halls of Regulation comes into play. Collects, cleans, redistributes, does it all really. It also creates water moisture in the air, producing a hospitable environment for natural life. I'm not sure if we would die of thirst or desiccation first, were it to completely shut down. I'm not sure, actually. My most prevailing theory is that the newcomers have overburdened the water cycle process, which has led to some sort of malfunction. At this point, the factotums are doing more harm than good with their erratic behavior. Perhaps the water cycle will shut down completely, but it's more likely that contaminants will pollute the drinking reserve, which would make the water effectively poison. I'm sure you don't need me to spell out what a disaster that would create. The Clockwork Apostles are a group of scholars dedicated to Sotha Seal. They are the de facto rulers of Clockwork, given that their god of mysteries doesn't get out much. Naturally, they would be concerned that their drinking water is in danger. Well, how was I? I mean, how were they supposed to know the factotums would malfunction and become aggressive? According to the schematics, they're designed to repair the Halls of Regulation, not defend it. I most certainly can. I learned all about their functions before arriving. Which would you like to hear about first? These gears help run the vapor manifold, the central control for the humidifying processes of the Halls of Regulation. It seems that the malfunction is causing them to spin far too rapidly, grinding them down to an unusable state. Of course not. I'll make the necessary repairs first and then replace the gear. It should go as smoothly as a piston in a reciprocating pneumatic cylinder. It's the main source of arcane energy for the distillation initiator. The filtration system can only decontaminate the water so much. This ensures that water is safe for human consumption, a vitally important part of the distillation process. The currently placed cleansing crystal is still active, but I don't believe that will be the case for very long, which means we should make the necessary repairs post-haste. Based on the schematics, I believe the vapor manifold and distillation initiator both need repairs. Easy enough for one of my talents. We just need a ventilation gear and a cleansing crystal. They should be fairly straightforward to find. Tread carefully. Repair factotums are crawling all over this place, and they're determined to defend these halls.
I can feel it humming.
This is just what the distillation initiator needs. I'm glad we could find one in such good condition.
Please be a challenge. Please be a challenge. Give me a second. Just try and stop me.
For a moment there, I was worried that the factotums had whisked them all away. What a lucky find! Stand back while I make the necessary repairs. I should be done in but a moment. Try this blasted! I mean, no worries. I meant to do that. Now, we don't have time for dawdling. The distillation initiator still needs to be fixed after all. We just need to find a cleansing crystal.
going to regret this. Done. But don't let your guard down. Could have been worse.
Just need to replace the crystal without causing irreversible damage. No problem. You're not bad with a lockpick. It worked? I mean, of course it worked. I knew what I was doing the entire time. We have but one more task ahead. The geotic dynamo that fuels the galvanic engine needs to be replaced. However, it's located in the regulation chamber, which is protected by a guardian factotum. You'll have to fend it off if I'm to make repairs. What? What a silly question. It's malfunctioning, of course. Just like the repair factotums. The Apostles didn't even know there were issues when they sent me here for routine maintenance. Obviously, they weren't aware of the malfunctions. Oh, I'm certain you'll have to. But trust me when I say that factotum is doing more harm than good. If we let it be, then it will just destroy all the repairs I've set into place. I'm sure of it. Not that I think we'll be given a choice. I'm very certain. If we don't fix the galvanic engine, then there's a strong possibility that the entire system will shut down. This is the most crucial repair yet. Please, you've trusted me this far. Just one more fix and we'll be in the clear. Was just getting started. You know, I think I'll just stay out here until you've dealt with our little friend, just as a precaution. We need to enter the regulation chamber quickly. I'm not sure how long the galvanic engine will last. If the Guardian factotum doesn't destroy it first, that is. Certainly looks like the galvanic engine that I'm going to fix now. Right now. Here I go. And this goes here, and then, of course, this goes over here, and if I just put this here, it's fixed? It's fixed! Yes! My plan worked. The Clockwork Apostles will have to accept me now. Can't believe we were actually able to do it. The halls of regulation are up and running again. Our repairs won't hold forever, but I should be able to maintain function in the meanwhile. I don't think it's too much to say that I'm truly a genius. Oh, there's absolutely no need to concern yourself about that. I assure you, all that matters is that the Brass Fortress will have water tonight because of us. Am I right? Here, you've been such a great help. You should be properly rewarded. Isn't there some other adventure you should be off to? Oh, Tilly, why did you have to open your stupid mouth? Look, I was honest about the halls of regulation needing repair, and every danger I outlined was of immediate concern. However, I may have embellished my connections with the Apostles. Well, I suppose that I had a connection at all. When I arrived in Clockwork, I was immediately drawn to the Apostles. I knew they could help me strengthen not only my magic, but also my technical skills, which are already quite impressive. Exactly so. It seems dark elf blood runs a little deeper here than they'd like to admit. I was an outsider, and compared to many here, my magic is still weak at best. I'm sure my round ears also didn't help make an impression, but I was determined. I found the schematics in a public depository and decided to research the mechanics in order to build upon my technical proficiency, perhaps even make some improvements. I thought it might give me the edge I needed to join the Apostles. I really am sorry about that. I panicked when you showed up and thought you might inform the Apostles. I wanted at least a chance to make repairs. And it all worked out in the end. Clockwork City still has water, and I have my edge. positive. I have a far better understanding of the mechanics now, and within a few weeks, I'll have a permanent repair. That's when I'll report my success to the Apostles. Thank you for helping me accomplish this. It truly means the world to me.
He's not looking, is he? It's all right. Let it all out.
I tried. I tried. You know, I think it's better on the way out.
Your concern for Tarnished is unusual, but appreciated. She will be fine once the heaving is through.
The oil, it's coating my tongue. I can't get the taste off. Ooh, I can't get it out of my...
I don't know why Brent's so obsessed with trying to get folk down here, when we should be trying to get up out of this gutter.
Hello again, friend. Don't mind the smell, just baking up a sort of clay souffle. I, really scraping the bottom of the ingredient barrel right now. Any luck with those mushrooms? That's great! Let's have a look, eh? Why, that slimy son of a script... He's been lying through his teeth! I could have been growing these mushrooms the whole time. Still, his pickling recipe is just what I needed to make use of them. Great work. I hate the way people look down on Slag Towners. Maybe it's not enough that I help feed these people something worth eating. We're always going to be struggling until the snooty folks on high see we have something to contribute. Produce something that doesn't just help us get by, but makes people up top take notice. I'd love to take something from my homeland and give it its own Slagtown flair. We had some root liqueur that would have been perfect, but we drank all we had. No, I can't imagine how hard something like that is to come by in Clockwork City. Maurice never did say how he came by a case of it, but I'm not one to pry. Couldn't hurt to do some asking around though, right? I really appreciate you volunteering for all this. Not many in Clockwork City who'd stop to spit on us down here, let alone do us a kindness. Oh yes, uncommon stuff. Created by Bosmer ages ago in secret using Elden Root clippings. Blasphemous against the Green Pact, they say. Me? I don't think I've ever even seen the color green. Never had the stuff before I stumbled on Maurice's stash. Well, it's pretty sweet, you see, and almost syrupy as it is. Reckon it'd make a great base for marinade. Much better than boiler coolant, that much I'm certain. Another slag like me. I'm sure you've seen him around and never noticed him. That's just how it goes for us. He's an ambitious sort, always hoping to find a way out of his position down here. I cheer him up whenever his plans fall through. That case he had stashed was a once-in-a-lifetime find, he said. He was gonna sell it to a buyer and leave this all behind, but the deal fell through. So we wound up drinking the whole thing as a pick-me-up. Foolish. Fun, but foolish. When you put it like that, it does seem like a lot to take on. But hey, I don't think they could think any less of us as it is, so no harm in trying.
Hey, Brent, maybe send your friend to the guild traders. They traffic in all sorts.
Not a bad idea. They wouldn't give us the time of day, but I bet they'd be eager to help a cutting figure such as yourself.
Think I'm gonna take a stroll. A little smoky in here. No offense.
I'll be here, airing the place out, if you have any luck with those guild traders.
What's Maurice stepping so light around Brengolin for? You afraid of getting called on for the next experiment? You can tell him it's his turn.
Come and go, come and go. Brengolin has you flitting about like the Dova flies. This one must brace for what's to come, she thinks.
Who are you? Look, I don't want any trouble.